Hello everyone, welcome to July, and we have a lot going on this month. Well, not so much. We don't have as much going on in July as we did in June. So here's what's going on in July. The full moon is going to be in Capricorn on July 5th. That's the day after 4th of July. And it is going to be a lunar eclipse. Okay, and I'm looking here because I have my notes here. Also, July 11th, we have Chiron going retrograde. Chiron is an asteroid, but Chiron is something that you can do research on and find out about, because Chiron is the wounded healer of the zodiac. Okay, so wherever Chiron is in your natal chart, that is usually where you have some work to do, basically. Okay, now July 12th, we have Mercury going direct. And then on July 20th, we have a new moon in Cancer. And on July 22nd, the sun enters Leo. So let's talk about what's going on this week. So this is going to be the astrology report for June 28th through July 4th. Okay, so on the 28th, we have Mars in a sextile to Saturn. Okay, remember, Mars is the planet that deals with actions, taking actions. Saturn is the taskmaster. So when Mars is in a sextile to Saturn, they are in a good aspect to one another. So this makes you want to take action, but it makes you want to take your time with that action. It makes you want to do your research to ensure that your actions are done in good faith, basically. So it's a great aspect. Excuse me. Now, on June 30th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Pluto. Okay, Jupiter, remember, Jupiter is like the Santa Claus of the zodiac, and Pluto is the planet of transformation. So you put those two very close to one another, and you have a society that is very motivated. Okay, now also on that day, on June 30th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Uranus. Okay, this is an aspect where it's great to take care of old problems. Okay, now on July 7th, well, actually, still on June 30th, we have the sun in a conjunction to Mercury. Okay, so this is a great day to take care of routine tasks, because remember, as of June 30th, Mercury is still retrograde. And when Mercury is retrograde, it's great to revise things and reread and just do anything that, starts with re. Anything that starts with RE, it is great to do it when Mercury is retrograde. So when the sun is in a conjunction to Mercury, it's going to be a great day to take care of routine tasks. Nothing new. Now, on July 1st, we have the sun in a sextile to Uranus. This is a day where you will not want any restrictions. You just want to move about freely. So this is a day of no restrictions. And this is a day where you just want to act and move around freely with no restrictions. Okay, so that's the astrology report. Let's go ahead and get into the zodiac messages. And I'm using my fairy deck this month. And remember, these are general messages. Okay, so don't take it to heart. Don't throw out your medication based on this reading alone. Okay, don't base your entire life on a reading, basically. Okay, everything comes into play. You might get a reading from reader A, you might get a reading from reader B. You might take something that resonates from each reader. Don't base your whole life on one reading. Okay, a lot of these readings are for entertainment. Okay, a lot of these readings can be very accurate, but it's nothing to base your whole life on. Okay, because everything comes into play, not only one reading. So remember, if something resonates with you, that is great. But if something does not resonate with you, don't take it to heart. Just don't think about it too much. Okay? So let's start off with Aries. Aries, what do you have for the month of July? Okay, this is for Aries. Let me put this on the side. 1 minute. Trying to make room here. All right, here we go. Aries. So you have the King of Pentacles this month. Not this month. This is this week. The week of June 28th. Okay, so you have the King of Pentacles. So you might be feeling, just as the card is stating, you might be feeling compassionate. You might feel like you have accomplished things. This is a great week for you to be assertive. Okay, so a lot of Aries this week might be feeling very assertive. You might be feeling very accomplished this week. It's going to be a great week for a lot of Aries. Okay. Now, let's move on to Taurus. Put this on the side. Okay, so we're moving on to Taurus. What is in store for Taurus for the week of June 28th? June 28th. Taurus. June 28th. Taurus, you have the Queen of Swords. So this week, a lot of Taurus are going to feel strong. A lot of Taurus are going to feel self-sufficient. You might even be cracking some jokes this week, Taurus. This is going to be a great week for you as well. Okay. This is also a great week to release things that no longer serve you. Okay. Let's move on to Gemini. What's in store for Gemini for the week of June 28th? Gemini. Whoa. 1 minute. A lot of stuff wanted to fall out for Gemini. Gemini, you have 4 cards that fell out. Let's see what's going on for you. All right. So Gemini, let me just review the cards for one. Ooh, this is going to be a great week. Gemini, this is going to be a great week for you. All of these cards fell out for you. Okay. All of these cards fell out for you. You're going to be managing your resources wisely. You're going to be successful in all of your endeavors this week. This is the Ace of Swords. You have the Justice card. And you might very well have romance this week as well, Gemini. So this is going to be a great week. This is going to be a great week for Geminis. Okay. Well, let's move on to Cancer. Oh, that one just fell out for Cancer. Let's see, what is this? They're falling all over the place for you guys this week. Cancer, you have the Empress card. What better card to represent Cancer for the week than the Empress card? You're going to feel very loving, very kind. You're going to have great interactions with others. And you're going to feel very creative this week. That is for Cancer. Now, let's move on to Leo. And happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. All right. This is for Leo. Moving on to Leo. What's in store for Leo? Ooh, Leo, you have the Dreamer card. So this is going to be a great week for Leos. You're going to feel optimistic. You might even be setting off on a new journey. So Leos, this is going to be a great week for you. This is also the Fool card in the traditional tarot deck. Okay. A lot of Leos are going to feel like they are doing what they are put on this earth to do this week. So that's awesome, Leo. Now let's move on to Virgo. What's in store for Virgo for the week of June 28th? Virgo, what do you have? You have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so a lot of Virgos this week are going to feel like they want a deeper meaning to their lives, okay? You have the 8 of Cups. And a lot of times the 8 of Cups deals with moving on to something that feels better, something that feels emotionally more in line with what you want to see in your life, okay? So a lot of Virgos this week are going to be moving on from some relationships. Or some of you are going to be deepening relationships this week. So it could be a kind of emotional week for a lot of Virgos. All right, let's move on to Libra. Let's see what is in store for Libras. Libras, what's in store? Libra, you have the Seven of Wands. So Libra, this week, you are being called to be assertive, okay? You are being called to go after what you want this week, okay? Don't back down. You are being called to be courageous this week, okay? Now, this is the Seven of Wands, and it does deal with challenges that are overcome through your actions, okay? So if you want to see any progress this week, Libra, you are going to have to take action. Let's move on to Scorpio. What is in store for Scorpio? Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Tower card. This is the life experience card in this deck, but it's also known as the Tower card. So a lot of Scorpios, something might happen this week that is, it might happen out of the blue, okay? Something life-changing could very well happen for a lot of Scorpios this week, okay? You see this? It says life experience. So you could very well have something that you experience this week that is life-changing for you, okay? So just, watch out, pay attention to everything that's going on around you, because when this card shows up, it can indicate sudden changes. Let's move on to Sagittarius. What's in store for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what's in store for Sagittarius today? Whoa, these want to fall out for Sagittarius. Let's see what you have. Oh, you have 3 cards. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So Sagittarius, you have the Five of Wands, the Emperor, and the Death card. So this is going to be a very transformative week for a lot of Sagittariuses. I'm trying to put them where you can see them all. Okay. So Spirit is calling you to get organized this week, Sagittarius, because you have a major change coming up this week. Okay. This is release, but it's also known as the Death card in the traditional tarot deck. Okay, so a lot of Sagittariuses might have to end something this week so that something new can come through. And in order to do that, you need to stay organized. Okay, look what the card even says it. Get organized. Okay, and be prepared to defend yourself verbally, because you might have to deal with some overly ambitious people this week, Sagittarius. So just be prepared. Sagittarius, this is going to be, it looks like a very active week for a lot of Sagittariuses. Okay, now let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm trying out I have my new fairy lights plugged in, and they're all over the place. I don't know if you, well, anyway, let's get back. This is for Capricorn. Capricorn, I just saw one that wanted to come out for you. I don't see it now, but I thought it flipped over in the deck. Oh, I don't see it. All right, let's keep shuffling. There it is. All right. So Sagittarius, you are going to feel very optimistic. Not Sagittarius, this is for Capricorn. You are going to feel very optimistic this week. You might be influencing others. And this is a perfect week for you to go after your dreams, Capricorn. Okay, this is for Capricorn. You're going to feel optimistic, enthusiastic. You might be influencing others this week. This is a great week to go after your dreams. Okay, this is a great week for you to do something new, something different, something that is groundbreaking, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Let's see what is in store for Aquarius this week. Aquarius. What's in store for Aquarius? Aquarius, you have the World card. This is going to be your week, Aquarius. Okay? You're going to feel like you are on top of the world. Most of you Aquarius is anyway. It's going to be a great week for Aquarius, okay? You're going to feel like a success. You could very well see the fruits of your labor flourish. And this also represents a point in your life that you have mastered. So you're about to go on to another era in your life. So it's going to be a great week for Aquarius. Now let's finish everything off with Pisces. Pisces, what's in store for Pisces? Pisces. What's in store for Pisces? Pisces. Pisces, it's going to be a great week for you. Financially, you're going to feel great this week. You're going to feel like whatever you're doing that is good in the world is coming back to you threefold or tenfold. This is going to be a great week for Pisces. Okay. You might get an unexpected sum of money this week, a lot of you Pisces. And this is a great week for you to borrow money and repay a debt this week. That is for Pisces. So that's everything I have for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can always private message me on Facebook, or you can email me, citrineshaka@gmail.com. Everyone have a great week.